So this is day 3 of my trip so far. Started in Kathmandu 3 days ago with a midnight car ride on possibly the worst road, if you could call it a road, ever I've been on. And the driver was Michael Schumacher, or an F1 driver, who just wasn't slowing down for anything. So it was impossible to sleep. I couldn't sleep in the hotel before we left because they decided to have a concert in the parking lot. It's Diwali, so they were having their celebrations, which was fine. But it just meant that we got to, I think it's called Rapatan Airport at 5:30. Got our tickets for the first flight at 6 o'clock, and we landed around 25 after in Lukla Airport. Basically, we landed on someone's driveway. It was it's the most dangerous airport in the world, and what made it a bit scary at the end was the whole the plane computer saying terrain, 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 and then because I sat almost right next to the pilots at the front, and then it started saying pull up, pull up, pull up. So you don't usually hear those kinds of things when you're flying in a plane. It was a bit unnerving, but it went well. There's not really any issues there. It's a very short runway, but they have, I'm gonna guess, dozens of flights a day coming in and out of there. Plus there's dozens of helicopters landing and taking off. So anyway, we started a hike without any sleep, me and my guide. And we hiked the whole day, which was pretty good hiking. It was great weather. And we ended up, we were supposed to stop in Fandang, I think, but we continued to Manjo because we were already at our destination by 11 o'clock, which was way too early to not do anything the rest of the day. So we continued to Manjo. We got there at 2 o'clock or so, and then that was a good rest for us. Pretty good tea house there. And then the next day, yesterday, we went from Manjo to Namche, or Namche Bazaar here. Got here around, I think it was 11:15. It was a short day, but because this place is so cool and there's so many cool shops to go into, and there's even a few bars here. I mean, right over here there's the Irish pub, there's Liquid Bar, there's another one called the Yeti Bar, I think it's called that. So there's quite a bit to do here, as opposed to in Manjo where there's just basically nothing to do rather than sit in your room and rest. So we rolled up to Namche yesterday. That was a pretty tough morning. Why? Because it starts off, once you get into Sagarmath National Park, you go through a checkpoint and you have to get your permits. And the first thing you do is you go down to the riverbed. And going down isn't that bad, but it's just that you have to go that much up later again. And just before getting to Hillary Bridge, which is those kind of double bridges you see on videos on the internet, just before that you started going up on these steps, and man, that was just brutal. It was a lot of up, a lot of steps, and it really took it out of me. Everybody was going really slow. Crossing the Hillary Bridge was super cool. I saw that as a milestone. And after that, there was tons of steps. And once you get to the next checkpoint, that's where the steps end. And I didn't realize it at the time, but Namche is only like 15-20 minutes after that, and it's pretty level going when you get to Namche. And I've got another video of coming into Namche, which was another milestone, kind of cool experience, because you've seen, or I've seen that on loads of videos on YouTube. So it was a bit of a surreal moment, really. So we got here to Namche, checked out the bazaar, all the shops, all the different pubs and bars. Very cool place. And then today, on day 3, we woke up early and started our acclimatization hike, which is basically hiking up to the Everest View Hotel, or motel, hotel, Everest View Hotel. So we went from approximately 3,500 meters here in Namche up to 3,900 meters at the Everest View Hotel. And that, for me, was the first time I saw Everest in real life. Kind of a cool moment as well to see that. And you get to see Lhotse, Nuptse, Amadablan, so all the real famous big mountains that I've watched over the years. So the acclimatization hike today finished around, we were back around, I think, 11:30. Took a much needed break, had a hot shower, and here we are. And now the clouds totally moved into Namche about an hour ago. It was nice and sunny. And tomorrow we're off early. We usually leave around 7:30 or 8. And we're going to, geez, I forgot the name now. I can't remember. I'll have to add in some text to the video after. But tomorrow's, I see it as the beginning of this hike towards Island Peak. There's a lot of people here going to Everest Base Camp. I would guess it's probably 80% of people here are going to the base camp, while the rest are going to Island Peak or Amadablan or another mountain to climb. Everybody I've talked to so far is going to Everest Base Camp. And then coming back maybe along a different way, Gokul Lakes or something like that. So it's been a very positive and cool trip so far, and I hope it continues. Thanks for watching.